Hello and welcome, friends. I hope everybody is having a great day so far. If you are new here, welcome, and I hope you'll consider hitting that subscribe button and sticking around. And if you are back, welcome back. I greatly appreciate all of the continuing support. Today's video I'm filming is going to be more geared towards people who are interested in diamond painting, starting out diamond painting, and don't have a lot of knowledge about it. And so you're either interested in starting the craft or you're a brand new beginner and like a lot of kits give you the instructions, but this is a video instruction that I'm going to be doing. We are ready to kit up here. So this is the system that one of the systems I have that I will kit up into, and they're just little screw top jars in a kind of a Ziploc case. I bought this off Amazon, and regardless of how you decide to kit up, just take kind of the concept and the idea of how I'm doing this, and it can apply to any system. So like you heard me mention, these only gave us the numbered 1 through 27 for the amount of colors in this kit, and it didn't provide the DMC numbers, so I'm going to be kitting up based off the numbers 1 through 27. So I just kind of pre-wrote up some labels. There's my 1 through 5, all the way up to 27, and what I do is I just take one of my jars and I stick that number on top. So I do that for all the colors, go through, label my jars, 1 through 27, and these are just some basic little Avery labels that I'm using that I got. You can get them Amazon, any sort of office supply store, even dollar stores carry them. These ones are just a multi-use Avery label, removable, 1/2 inch by 3/4 inch labels, so they're a nice small size. So like I said, each jar labeled with a number. Then I take my scissors and I will cut off a package of drills. So this top number where it says 01 means this is the first color. So you just make sure all of your drills are kind of down at the bottom. You can either cut off the whole top, a corner, and then I'm going to take my number 1 jar and do that. And I pour the drills into the jar and then put the cap back on. So these are all my number 1 drill, and then I keep them, which if you can see that, I'll pull it back a little bit, but then I put them back in the case, and the way I'm going to put them in the case is going this way, 1 through 27. That's pretty much the system I use to kit up. It's going to be very similar in any of the other systems you have, any sort of container you have. You want to make sure that you label either with how many colors are in the kit or that DMC code if your kit uses a DMC code. If you decide to kit up in the baggies, that's fine too. If that's kind of your preference, all you would do is just put a number 1 through 27 and write that on your baggies for each color. So either way, it's not bad. It does take a little bit of while to kind of kit up, but that's not a bad thing. It just kind of gets everything ready to go, easy to access, nice and organized. Now with this, where I've got 2 packs of the same color, what I tend to do is just put one aside. The nice thing about these zip-up cases is it has a little pouch, so I can put my number 4 backup drills, as I call them, in that part. And then I keep one that I fill up into the jar, and then I go through my jar first, and then if I need to open up that second drill bag, I open up that second drill bag. And so this is a nice full jar of drills. There's going to be quite a bit of this gray color in the canvas. That's why you have so much. But you go through and you do this for all 27 colors. So I'm going to continue doing that. It's pretty much just the same process over and over again. Matching your drill, and I only open 1 bag of drills at a time. I may put the stickers on multiple jars, but I'm only ever opening up 1 jar and 1 bag of drills at a time before I move on to the next. And that's just so I don't end up mixing up any of the colors, that I don't accidentally open up like number 6 and pour it in a number 8 jar, stuff like that. But that's what works for me. You may be able to keep things straight by doing more at a time, but that's just what I recommend, especially when you're first starting out, because you can easily do silly things like that all the time. All the time. Even seasoned diamond painters, you'll hear stories of us mixing up drills and accidentally pouring them in wrong places, and it happens. But you do figure out how to problem shoot that. And you just hope that you do it with colors that are different, like a gray and a red or something, where they kind of stand out from each other. Yeah, so I'm just going to keep going through this. This is your kitting up procedure. Like I said, any system you use, it's pretty much going to be the same way. You're going to want something on your container to label the color number, the DMC number. Some people find that labeling their containers as they go is what works best. There are some companies that do provide kitting up stickers, which are very nice. Diamond Art Club, which is a licensed art company, I know for sure has them. And so you can use those. Or some people don't like relabeling, and that's fine too. And if that's the case, your best way to go is by labeling each jar 1 through however many of these you have, or using the alphabet, whatever system works for you. But doing something like that, so then you're just doing, you're not relabeling, you're just going, okay, this kit has 17 colors, 27 colors, 24 colors, whatever the case is, and you're just kitting up that way. I tend to like to, if the kit is labeled by DMC code, that's how I like to normally kit up. That's just what I prefer. But as you can see, not all diamond painting kits do that, so then I do relabel each time, and that's why I buy those little labels the way that I do is just so that I have them on hand when I do have to renumber. I am also a diamond painter who has more than one whip, or as you'll know, are called work in progresses, and that just means I'll have more than one canvas on the go. So I do have a couple of these cases. I have another style of kitting up system that I'm getting ready to try. But I didn't get all my extra stuff right away, and I would definitely wait to see till you've done a canvas or two before you kind of make that decision, because if it's not something you like, you don't want to have spent all this money on storage and accessories and buying multiple diamond paintings for your stash. So yeah, I would just recommend starting small. Go to your local craft store or buy a kit off Amazon or one of those other low budget friendly websites. There's a couple of them out there, and just get yourself a diamond painting that you like. I always say you want to diamond paint a subject matter that you enjoy, or with colors that you enjoy. It will just make it a more pleasant experience overall, and that's the best way to find out if this hobby or craft is for you. I personally discovered this about a year ago through a friend. She had got into it and really enjoyed it, and when she got into it, it kind of reminded me that, oh yeah, you know, I've seen that craft and I've been wanting to try it out, and since I kind of had somebody who was into it at the time, I decided, well, why not try? And well, I'm hooked. It's turned into a passion for me. It's I personally diamond paint at least once a day, one session a day. Those sessions change in duration. So sometimes I only get to diamond paint for maybe half an hour, an hour. Other days I get to diamond paint for a couple of hours. It just really depends what I have going on. But I do try to do it at least once a day because I find it very relaxing and calming, and I really enjoy the whole process and watching the picture kind of come together. So that is one benefit that I personally find, and I know a lot of people in the diamond painting community, you will hear them talk about how relaxing diamond painting is for them, and there's a lot of them who have anxiety or depression or a lot of stress going on in their lives, and they think it's a great thing to kind of take their mind off things and de-stress and unwind from a busy or crazy day. So that if that is something you resonate with as well, maybe this is something that will kind of help you out along the way and kind of help you through that journey. And we are getting there slowly. Like I said, this is a process, and obviously I'm just cleaning up a bit off to the side here with my bags. This is a little bit of a process, but once it's done, it's done. You only do this once a kit. Some people don't necessarily like this part, and that's where they find little strategies and options that work better for them. And that's fine too. That's something you'll discover Wait a second. I had more 17s than I thought. See, and this is where it's good to check that what I just put in was a 17. Those were extra packages. See, I'm more of a seasoned diamond painter, and there's stuff like that is so easy when you're not paying attention, where you get distracted. But that's why I also only open one jar at a time. Because I almost put 17 and 18, but if I didn't have 18 down, I would have just kept going, and then I would have slapped an 18 sticker on that and never noticed until I went to work on my painting and went, why are 17 and 18 so close in color? So this is the process. Once you're done, you only do it once, and then you'll be working out of the baggies or the storage system that you're using. I'm just on number 20 now, so we are getting there. I know this isn't the most exciting part to watch, but it kind of gives you a good idea of what the kitting up process looks like. My video, if it dies, I won't be showing you the end of this kitting up process, but I will charge up the camera, and of course we will continue to do how to diamond paint and get your project going and started. So no worries there, you're not going to miss out anything. I'm hoping it'll stick in for these last few colors, but I've been knocking out the videos as much as I can today. Because my little one is over with his Nanny and Papa having a little sleepover day, so Mommy has some downtime to get some stuff done that she needs to. And of course, I will be diamond painting later. Surprise! But, yeah, so I'm very passionate about diamond painting. It has, and that's why I started my channel too, because I do want to share that passion with others, how much I enjoy it, how much of a relaxing hobby this is for me, and I just hope that by sharing this beginner's video of how to do all of this, that maybe you'll take more of an interest in it and hopefully give it a try and realize if it may seem overwhelming, it's not. It's just a series of bunch of little steps, and then once you kind of get into it, you get used to the flow. It doesn't really change up much. The only thing that's going to change are the drills you're using, the colors of the drills, the picture on the canvas. But I mean, the concept's the same. It's like riding a bicycle. Once you've done it once, you got the hang of it. This is a hobby great for all ages and any gender. There are men that love this hobby just as much as everybody else. So don't be discouraged if you're a male and interested in this hobby. We definitely need more of you to enjoy it. The nice thing I find too about diamond painting, whether you go low budget or you end up getting into the licensed art, which I will eventually do a video explaining the difference between the two. That is something I want to get out there and in the works. But regardless of what you choose, the varieties on the canvas are vast. You have everything from kids' images of favorite kids shows, all sorts of animals, people. Once you get into some of the licensed art companies, you even get dark fantasy genres, horror genres. So not all of it is typically that stereotypical shiny drill stereotype that you hear of. Yeah, the drills are shiny, that's part of it, but the picture that you choose changes drastically. And this is I would say more of a smaller, medium-ish size canvas. You can go as small as little mini-sized ones, or you can go large, like poster size beyond large. So there is a great range of sizes even that you can choose from, depending how much of a project you want to overtake. But I'm going to just leave it at that. It's, like I said, great for all ages, all genders, so don't be afraid to try. Once you get going and you kind of just break it down into little steps, it's not that bad. It's quite easy to do, and it's a lot of fun, and I definitely recommend you trying it out. But I'm just going to end the video here before my camera does die. This is the kitting up process, so now I've got all the colors ready to go to work on this project, and this is where you'll be getting ready to get into the project, which will be the next part of the video, of course.